No one likes aiming. Having to pay attention to where the enemy is and actually click when their heads intersect with a green dot is too difficult, and no one wants to have to try when they play Overwatch. If only there was a character where you didn't have to aim to do a ton of damage, and also have crazy powerful utility. Not that one. No, not that one. No. Yes! That one. For those of you who are either new to Overwatch or don't play and are normal, let me give you a quick overview of who Mei is. Mei Overwatch is a canonically very sweet and caring person working towards helping resolve climate issues and is an agent of Overwatch. But if you wouldn't ask any player though, they'd say she's a psychopath who giggles in the face of her defenseless opponents as she shoves an icicle through their cranium. I'm sure they're just exaggerating though, it's not like she could have been desensitized from watching all of her friends turn into popsicles. I wanted an easy way to rank up though, so I thought it'd be a great idea to one-trick Mei in competitive. What's the worst that could happen? I went into the first game and the enemy tank said that if they die in the first 30 seconds they're switching, and I was worried that it was like a Ramatra or a Sigma that was just rusty, but when I turned the corner and saw Doomfist, all of my worries just flooded away. After one-shotting the support totally on purpose, I body-blocked their Doomfist trying to charge straight into my tank and watch as he just evaporated into nothingness. And I only felt confident to absolutely bully him this entire game because he started out sounding so meek and incompetent. So, take this as a lesson to anyone who wants to play tank, or any role for that matter, that you need to show off that confidence. Start off the game saying the outcome of this match is apparent or something, as you solo shatter their Mercy in their backline. Yeah, just wait. Thank you. And now I know what you're thinking. No, there wasn't any ulterior motive to get this Ana to like me and be willing to give me nano boost. Now, while I was bullying their tank for the 4th time that round, I quite literally had a cartoon villain moment where I was all like, let's see what you can do, while laughing, as everyone else murdered my team while I wasn't looking. Let's see what you can do. And we somehow lost the round. And it had nothing to do with me failing to protect my team and just bullying one person the entire time. Next round, I was a little worried after their tank was walled off from his team and survived the onslaught of incoming damage like it was nothing. But all we had to do was beat up his healers and he immediately died. I love Ramatra. There's no real point to this clip. I just always think it's funny walling people off who are trying to run away and watching my teammates just chase them down and finish them off. I don't think it's safe for your mental well-being to be playing this game anymore. Or for you to be in the presence of small animals. And to end off the first game of the day is this wall I did to protect my Mercy as she revived our Kiriko, who's now able to both keep the rest of the team up better, because Mercy isn't the best for straight up heals, and use Kitsune, which led us to winning. Doing stuff like this as a DPS isn't a Mei only thing too, even if she probably is the best at it. In the past, I've stood in front of a reviving Mercy while deflecting, and it protected her long enough for it to go through. But let's be honest, you're playing Mei, you don't care about actually protecting your team or improving, you care about causing suffering, and building snowmen and spawn. Like this game, which can be summarized with this one clip because the entire time I was just maniacally laughing at their pathetic attempts to seize victory. Okay, I was kind of joking before, but all this evilness might actually be something to be concerned about, but whatever, and at least I'm winning. Just stop them for as long as I can. Alright, I had that coming to me. A big part of Mei is utilizing your wall to either protect your team or separate enemies from their team so you can use it for your advantage. But I'd argue that there's a tier above that, which is when enemy ultimates get involved. Your wall is incredible. If, let's say, a certain cowboy decides he wants to tell the time, just slap a wall in his face and he can't do anything. Even if his team breaks the wall for him, they'll give your team enough time to get behind something. But in this scenario, it was Orion, who I knew had Shatter and was in a perfect spot to pop it and take care of multiple people. When you face Fiends as any hero, you have to anticipate when they'll ult, so I preemptively threw a wall down because I thought the team wipe would be too appealing for him to resist. Except I was wrong, and now I was missing my main move that would protect myself and my team, as we were still waiting for our tank to come back. Crap. Except I have 500 IQ gamer brain and just used my cryo freeze, watching as a Shelby Bob wannabe had all the life drained from his eyes. And at the end I might have died here, but I walled off their Ryan, and when he broke through the wall he was immediately pinned to a wall, and I felt nothing but pure joy. But you can use that as a lesson, that if you put a wall down to take care of something else, it leaves you more vulnerable, especially if you don't have your cryo freeze. Because I just got high noon to the face. The next two games weren't really eventful, but in the first one, there was an enemy Cassidy who went Mach 2 after getting thrown into a wall, and in the second one, had the entire team fall to their death after I froze them. Heck yeah.
What?
I don't know how this Mercy just stood in front of my entire team and brought their tank back to life, but they made the mistake of not taking care of me first.
What?
We did have a Zenyatta in our team, which means if you take any amount of damage, you should just accept your fate that you won't get healed and just turn into a puddle. But at the very last second, I was granted a healing orb, which was just enough to stop me from burning to death, and I just felt so relieved. Thank you, Zen. During this, I was actually getting the hang of being able to protect myself against enemy ultimates, as I catapulted myself right into the enemy's reptile, and making him waste it on me because I went into my little ice cube. Serves you right, you stupid rat man. That'll teach you to mess with me.
Awesome ult junk. Okay, that's karma.
The average Australian that blew me up wasn't much of a concern because, as every hamster player, they went directly into our enemy backline, and when they tried escaping, I just walled them off, and I'll let the clip speak for itself why you don't mess with mains. We were on the final round and I Zenyatta did a "Get down, Mr. President" from me, and just ate an arrow to the face from me. Thanks, bud. But I knew I had to act and help my team, especially since we were now down to support.
Zen. That's all it takes.
Hello. Hello there.
And at the end of all these matches, I finally achieved it. After 6 years, I finally got to Diamond.
Okay, now see where I am. Diamond 5, oh my god.
I finally hit Diamond, it only took like 6 years. Finally got out of Plat. I'm about to Plat. Who knew all I needed was a hero who didn't need aim, can make herself invincible, can slow down and freeze enemies, and wears cute pajamas. There were other matches in this that I played while only sticking to Mei. They just weren't, you know. I don't know how many times people want to hear and see me wall off enemies and just mess with people. There was this one time, though, where I placed a wall on this Cassidy who's using Deadeye because it's hilarious to see a cowboy with a one-shot ability just stare blankly at a wall. Except I missed and placed it under his feet and, oh, fuck. Our Kiriko managed to cleanse everyone so they wouldn't get killed. So even when you have every advantage while using Deadeye, you still end up with 0 kills. Is Mei fun? Yes, I think so. I also like her personality a lot, even if I can see why the community thinks she's a heartless psychopath for being so cheerful and bubbly while murdering her enemies. But that's just girl boss behavior, and you can't get mad at her for that.